there's like a... What's that thing called? A griffin?
Griffin?
On my character sheet.
I
zoomed my browser out, and there's a griffin there.
Where were?
On here. Look at
How do you get out there?
that. What's he doing out there in the wilderness?
I can't do that.
All that character sheet, and he's out in the wilderness.
My character sheet just has a bunch of tents on it.
I've got a sickle. Ooh, it's the communist regime.
Maybe it's got something to do with your class.
Yeah, looks
Yeah, I got some,
mate.
some custom backgrounds, I'm not gonna lie.
I got a sick castle in the hills, mate.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Well,
in the mountains.
I have a little,
Zoom out, you might find a griffin.
Keep
a
going.
little village fair going on.
Oh, yeah.
Tents and people dancing.
No griffins, mate.
Spooky woods.
Thinking it's... Almost had it, Callan.
Speaking of strange fantasy stereotypes, why don't we get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
Are you the strange fantasy stereotype?
No.
You're
Yes,
my
you
strange
are.
fairy. You're my strange fairy.
I'm your strange fairy, Andy.
You don't want to leave it
I'm
there.
pretty
You
sure...
know what? I don't want that
I'm pretty sure
segment.
Angajuk is going to be our strange fairy.
Anger jerk.
Yes.
Well, if I start talking to him, he'll probably be a
Angajuk.
jerk.
Yeah, no, we got to get someone other than Svieta
I
to
must
talk
talk to him.
Because otherwise he's going to be, like, weirdly sarcastic and standoffish.
Yeah.
Speaking of Angajuk, why don't we get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
Absolutely.
I like
love it.
Angajuk, but...
I love it. I don't often anger jerk. It's not fun.
Well, do you guys remember what happened last week?
Yeah, we asked the Skelly questions 5.
There were definitely 5 questions in there, yeah.
And
I think we
he
got-
was cold.
I think we got more than 5 answers.
He was very helpful.
Very talkative skeleton.
Yeah, skeletons usually aren't that helpful. It was very impressive.
I try my best. So, yes, last week there was a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of a deep and meaningful between Svieta and Horacio. While the rest of the watch did play out, Wodun found a frozen football, I guess, an ice oval with ash suspended in the middle of it. And pantsless, he kicked it out of the tent for everyone to take a look at.
That's how
the
we
football,
do it.
not...
And Luskan Raiders. Luskan University.
Valine sort of identified it as some sort of preserving magic that was keeping whatever ashes inside in some sort of gentle repose state. And then, because you discovered a skeleton in the tent, because clearly this tent wasn't actually owned by Yelsum Bloodfang, he was just sort of using it, you decided to ask the skeleton a bunch of questions. It turned out it was a elven researcher from Waterdeep that had come to the Dale and was able to part with some information about a reel. From there, though, you decided to continue on heading towards Angajuk's pier, and after a couple of days of travel, that's where you ended up.
Oh,
Oh, we're at the pier now.
yeah. I just thought it was like a little timber hut, but I guess...
Well, here's a little spoiler for you. It's a pier.
Fuck.
And a timber hut.
And a bell.
And a bell. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's instead open up Roll20, which is actually a phrase I haven't uttered in a while.
Got it.
And I'll move you guys
Oh, yeah.
over.
It's a big boat.
Oh no. It's a map.
You know it's serious when there's a map involved.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, maps mean people to fight.
It's a very suspicious, hard line in the vision.
Guys, stop. What?
That fog of war.
There's 5x5 lines on the ground.
I think we've wandered into an encounter. Back up, back up!
I'll take this one.
So on this map that you can see, you arrive at the sort of edge of the water. It's frozen for the most part all the way out. So whilst you can see in the distance there are these sort of icebergs moving back and forth, they seem to be quite far away. Close to the shoreline it is all frozen over. You can see a pier that juts out with a boat that's sort of frozen to the water at the end of it. And you also do see a wooden hut off to your east as you arrive. Also, you see a couple of islands, or actually it's one singular island that juts out of the ice. It's this sort of, it looks like two islands on the map, but it's actually an archway, like that sort of, that sort of formation by the sea where the wind carves out. It's kind of like that. There's a big arch, and then the major part of it is over there to the north, and you can also kind of see another jetty off the major island structure.
So how far away is that? Are you talking about the jetty to the north? Is that a jetty up
There's a
north
jetty
of
right
us?
in front of you, about 15 feet away.
Yeah.
And there's also another jetty roughly 60 feet away from the shoreline, out towards the major part of the arch.
I was expecting the pier to be bigger, but maybe this is just like a supplementary jetty and not the namesake of the place that we're at.
Well, that's fine. That distant jetty looks like, if you're metagaming, it's got a very bell-like looking object on it.
You can see that far away. That's not quite metagaming.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could see it.
Is that a bell over there in the distance?
Realistically, it's the daytime. You guys can see out into that distance. So I probably could change this to daylight. That's better. So yeah, it's a sunny.
So that's the arch.
It's not a sunny day, but it's daylight, so you can see out into the distance. You can see that arch. You can also see underneath the arch itself, there appears to be maybe a hole in the ice.
Cast a line.
A little bit of fishing. I made you that rod, remember?
Yeah, I know. I haven't used it yet.
Gotta get some use out of that rod.
I always say that.
It did near completion.
Whoa.
Is that a building over there? East of us?
East.
Along the shoreline?
Oh no.
Certainly could be. Certainly, probably.
I mean, it has a door.
It does.
Do we want to go there?
We
does it
probably
look-
should.
Yeah, check the hut.
What's it look like?
A small domed cabin faces the bay. A bloated door covered in ice and dormant barnacles hangs slightly ajar on its rusted hinges.
Any signs of movement?
Perception checks?
Okay. Nice.
Oh,
Not
God.
good. Not good. 9.
25.
Flip.
17.
Good.
Even to the well-trained ears and eyes of Svieta and Carnelian, that seems to be eerily quiet. Although, every so often, I'm going to say, you do catch just on the arch, like from the very, very top of the arch, out into the I guess bay area. You can sort of hear, you think you hear maybe slight movement, rustling kind of sound, or even like a sound. But it's very faint, and you'd only catch it on the wind every so often.
Like a crow or a wooden plank going back and forth against the wind?
It certainly sounds like it could be an animal, but it's hard to tell. You only sort of catch little bits and pieces of it.
Some kind of gull, maybe? Hey, Wodun,
yes.
I bet you can't break that door down.
But I can. I run right at the door.
Wodun smashes into the door that was already slightly ajar, as described in the previous passage, and it's covered in ice and dormant barnacles, so you take 1 point of slashing damage as
the
you
door
shoulder
smash?
into the barnacles on the door.
Does it smash?
It does fly off its hinges
Yes!
into the cabin, though.
Told you I could. I'm really strong.
Yep, you were right.
I'm
wrong.
brave.
Can I just say, as they're doing this, I want to just ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Sure.
Thank you.
Is there anything inside?
Do you go in?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'll
I'm
come
in.
over as well.
Smash the door in.
Okay.
I'll head over.
Inside, you can see every surface appears to be covered in a thick rime. And it looks like there is a bed with a thick knit blanket, although it is sort of looks like it's covered in little icicles and everything. There is a small hearth to your west that holds a little store of firewood. And you can see another door to your north.
I don't think we can. Well, I
Actually,
guess
I
yeah.
think you're in the way.
There's a door to your north.
Oh, I see it. Wodun is just on top of the door.
That's a little fireplace that you're moving into there, and then
Horacio is in.
Well, Horacio is in the door, so I might as well open that door. Sorry, I also described it too early. This is where the firewood is actually being stored.
Oh.
Just half the house dedicated to firewood.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, checks out.
Is it like super cold in here? Like, does it make sense that the bed is all frosty and rimey?
So make a survival check. Anyone that's inside that wants to.
I'd love to.
I would enjoy a survival check.
I'm not in the cabin.
Woo!
Farts. Not good.
24.
24. 6.
9.
Man, Wodun's really nailing the abandoned cabin stuff from last week and this week. Yeah, it looks like this place hasn't been used in a very long time. And you are checking out some of the firewood, and you can see it looks like it's infested with worms that have eaten away some of the tender parts of the wood. It looks safe enough to use as firewood, but you've probably got about 3 days of good wood there that's stored.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of wood there, except a lot of it's eaten away and it's bad. But you can sort of put together from the remaining pieces about 3 days worth of wood for a nightly fire. So that would be 3 nights, all-night fire.
Are there like... Is that a... There's nothing to like really investigate in here, is there? Like, is there any drawers or a cupboard or...
There's just the bed, and if you go through it, you really just see the wool, like the woolen blankets and an old pillow that's deteriorated to nearly nothing.
Does the cabin seem to serve a purpose, or is it just like you'd assume? I don't know, like the jetty guy lives here, the wharf attendant or something.
If the cabin had a purpose, you can't really divine what it is. Certainly, it looks like someone stayed here. The store of firewood makes you think that it's at least some sort of a semi-permanent place for someone. And there's a bed, so I mean, it's not like it's just a cot or a temporary like bedroll or anything like that. It's a full bed, and there's a fireplace, and the cabin's pretty well constructed, all things considered. It's been still standing, if a bit rusty and sort of covered in ice and snow, but it's very Spartan. It looks like everything in here is functional more than anything else.
Can I have a quick dig around the rime and see if I can see anything of interest?
Sure. Do a perception check.
Would you accept an investigation?
I would, now that you've asked so politely.
Thank you. Another 3. Oh, this is a cursed area. I'm cursed.
Nothing of interest. Again, the thick blankets on the bed, you come to the same sort of conclusion, but only after Wodun said so.
Oh, same with an 8. Yeah, worth us.
Nothing further.
Okay.
Well, does anyone see a bell?
Not in here, but what was that jetty over, slightly out to sea?
Of a jetty yonder?
Yeah, yonder.
I was
jetty
thinking
yonder.
the same thing. Out that jetty yonder.
Do we have like a spell prepared that locates a specific kind of object, maybe?
He means your bell. Ring the bell.
I think that is the bell. But I mean, we can confirm it, I suppose, yeah. Okay.
Outside, Svieta, you complete your speak with animals spell.
Does that creaking turn into an animal saying, I want sex, or anything like that?
Sex!
The fucking...
This is yelling it.
The fuck gull. What are those fuck gulls?
So that video with like the lyrebirds, like
Yeah, it's just a chainsaw noise or something.
What I'll say is that the cadence of what you're listening to doesn't change. It's so distant that it's so far away it's hard to catch anything intelligible. But the spell does seem to have an effect on what you're hearing, in that you think what you're hearing is some kind of beast.
Okay.
It's just that you can't make out what they're saying. Whatever it is too far away.
That's all right. I got all the information I wanted. It's not a monstrosity, so it's not like something spooky that's going to attack us. If it's a beast, that's fine. That's all good. I will just stay outside until the guys decide to come out.
Walking up beside you, you can see Verlene is Seems that she's taken leave of her sled and left Sticks and Stones to tend to the dogs.
Excuse me, I've never seen a token before. You never mentioned she had an owl. How dare you?
I believe I actually shared her
Yeah,
handout.
Did you?
actually, she did.
Oh my god.
Maybe you should check your handout section
No.
and check out the owl on her.
I'm so delighted.
In fact, when you first met her, you complimented her owl, and she said, "Oh yes, that is my owl."
That was like 3 weeks ago.
That
3 years ago.
So
in
just
game
to-
terms, I believe, was only a couple of days ago.
Just to those people listening at home, we're talking about the token on the map.
Yes,
Yes. Sorry.
Lean has a picture of Lean, and she has an owl on her shoulder.
she does.
I'm pretty sure she has the same owl in the handouts.
My apologies.
The very same.
The very same.
She's come up.
Hey, Lean, I think I can see the bell.
Oh, Horatio's coming outside now. Okay.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
What do you hear, Svieta?
I hear some form of beast in the distance. I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, well, nothing to fear then.
It's probably a bird. I don't want to talk to it.
Sounds like it.
Perhaps you could send your owl to scout it out.
Oh yes, send my precious familiar out into territory where birds are likely to be hungry. I think I'll do just that. No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
That was
okay.
a
I
joke.
thought you would. Oh. It would be helpful if you did, though.
Do you want to ring that bell?
Yeah, I want to go to the bell.
On the ice?
Well, can I have a look at the ice and just give it a visual inspection with regards to integrity?
Sure. Do visual inspection check. Perception.
Okay.
Or investigation if you're testing a few different things.
All right. Oh my god. 4 on the die.
Hi, Wodun.
9.
Looks like it could give way at any moment.
Do we?
You're not sure. This is just not your area of expertise. It looks solid.
I think it is right now.
We have ice shoes, don't we?
Yes, I believe you bought some ice shoes from Frozen Fire Expedition.
For cheap.
Perfect time. We did wear it down a lot.
Well, I'll do you one better if we put those on. I can cast a spell called Water Walk, just in case the ice cracks
brilliant.
underneath.
Oh,
Yes.
So will that... how many people does that affect?
10.
Wow.
Damn.
Could be quite useful as a just in case.
10 willing creatures, so please accept the spell when it comes along.
I'm in fact willing
With
to
pleasure.
walk on water.
What about solid water? Can we just walk across ice as well?
You can walk across water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava as if it was harmless, solid ground. So this is just in case the ice falls through. We can just walk on the water.
Awesome.
What?
Hell
So
yeah.
that means that means we could walk across snow and not treat it as difficult terrain as well.
Probably,
That's
but I
true.
only just thought of it last night
That's awesome.
in terms of the game. So yeah,
All right.
there you go.
Nice one.
Cool.
And I believe that's a ritual as well, right?
It is, yeah.
So you can just cast it.
So
Yep.
good.
Okay. But if you do that, you're going to drop the Speak with Animal.
Nope, because they're not concentration.
How long does Speak with Animal work?
I'd like 10 minutes.
And it costs 10 minutes to cast, unless you're going to cast it as a non-ritual.
Hang on, speak with animals. Speak with animals is for 10 minutes, so that'll just go by the time I'm done.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
not.
mean, I
I'm not
guess.
overly concerned. And water walk lasts an hour.
Okay, no problem. So Speak with Animals drops and you get that sort of the sounds that you hear sort of revert to the same as what you heard before, and you cast Water Walk on, I'm assuming everyone, including Otto and Dogcliff. And
Yes,
Chucky.
Okay.
and Chucky as
Chucky.
well. I imagine it's like everyone has. Whenever they walk, there's like a ripple of the surface coming out from their footsteps.
Nice.
Very
What-
cool.
What about Sticks and Stones? They just at the carts.
If they want to come, otherwise they can guard the carts. With
Still
the,
useful to have in case we were to come out there.
Would you want just the carts to be unguarded?
We'll guard the carts, but because there's 2 going, we wouldn't mind having it.
Well, so you won't send an owl, but you'll send your companions here. Wow.
We ain't
Okay.
going out there unless you need us.
Okay. Be willing.
Oh, and they high five as the spell gets cast on them.
I think that, yeah, they will.
They start moonwalking across the shore.
Don't abuse the spell.
I'm going to peep in the boat just to see if there's anything in there at all.
Boat peep.
Just before you step out into the
peep in a boat.
frozen water,
I'm on a boat.
you can see
I'm the frozen water. I'm on the jetty.
Yeah, I know.
Bruh?
I said before you get onto there. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
You can see that there's a rowboat that looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time. There's a lot of snow that's sort of piled up on the inside of it, but because of the ice, it hasn't sunk or anything like that. If you feel around, you can feel 2 oars that are just sort of stored into the side of the rowboat, but nothing more.
All right. Should we head across?
We should.
Yeah, want to ring that bell?
Yeah.
All right, you step tentatively out onto the frozen ice.
No way. We jump heavily.
You
So
jump
we can walk on
heavily
water.
2 feet in one part to try and break the ice. But it feels like it's packed pretty thick, and it looks like it'll support your weight either way. As you start walking out, it becomes clear that just next to the jetty, there is a big hole in the ice, and it is water just below. Looks like the ice is quite thick because you can see around the hole of the ice is like a very solid chunk of ice, so that the ice you're on is very, very solid. But this part is broken through, which is kind of strange in a way, because, I mean, why would this not have been frozen over?
Does that hole look like it's being cut by some kind of object?
Do you want to do an investigation check?
Well, I'm not feeling too confident, but I'll do it.
I
Does
would
it
also like
look
to.
conspicuously whale-sized?
These are all things an investigation check could help with.
Oh, I suppose I'll take a survival check.
A little bit of survival check, all right?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
19 for an investigation check. So I'm going to
Less
say
than 19.
21.
19 and 21. So I'm going to say Wodun and Horacio are looking for, like, it, whether it's natural or man-made or anything like that. And Svieta, you're looking if it's, like, the size of maybe a whale. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I've never seen one before. It could be. I got a 23.
23. You've heard of said whales. Between the three of you, I'm going to say Carnelian didn't roll well enough. I'm going to say that as you inspect the hole, the 2 things you do learn about it is that it doesn't appear to be man-made. It's too irregular for that. But it does look like something that has been, like, purposely created in a way, if that makes sense. Not by a person, like, it's too jagged for that. But maybe something has actually broken through it on purpose. And for Sveta's purposes, it does look like it is about the size of what you've read in the book. Could be whale size.
Could be whale sized.
It could be Angajuk's hole.
Some kind of orca?
Well, there's the bell,
he
right?
he was a sperm whale, wasn't he?
He indeed was.
We were talking about the sizes of sperms the other day.
Yes, you were. Oh yeah, that was in the thing.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
was.
that's entirely too small to be a sperm whale.
Well, no, he's got like a little bolt
yeah,
on top.
Yeah,
so
he does.
Also, the whole whale doesn't need to come through, just like part of the whale.
Like a little shuttle service.
I mean, whales are biggest at their head, though.
Yeah.
How about
You
this?
just poke up and go, "Sup?"
Let's ring the bell.
Ring the goddamn bell.
Yeah, let's ring the bell.
Should we get off the ice before?
Probably.
I'm at the bell.
Okay.
I'm going to ring it. Any objections?
No, ring away.
I ring the bell.
Oh my
Okay.
God, he did it.
You do indeed see at the end of the jetty on this arch, there is a bell. It looks like, surprisingly, compared to everything else, it's in very good condition. You ring the clapper, and as it rings out over the ice, you can hear the echoes across the frozen sea in front of you. And you know that the noise, probably the vibrations of what you've done, can probably be heard from very far away. When you do this, you hear that sound of those squawking kind of sound from above you get more and more agitated. And appearing above you, you see these giant wings as 3 giant bird-like creatures lift off from some place they were concealed in the arch.
Whoa, look at that big fuck.
Jesus.
Holy God.
Big vulture fuck.
As these giant vultures rise up from the arch and start circling towards you.
Drum shield.
Shields out for
And
the
the spear.
boys.
Oh, our shield's out, yeah.
Sun's out, shields out.
Put your pants on, Wodun.
The
How dare you?
Sorry.
The vultures start circling in a tighter circle, and they start descending down on top of you.
I haven't been in a fight in a while.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I'd like you to get sentimental at the start of the battle.
Which one of them is?
Oh, piss.
Which one of them
This is
is
the one I roll
Necky
shit on.
from Donkey Kong
Same.
Country?
Natural
Jesus
one.
Christ.
That's a shocker, mate.
That's another 3.
Yeah, you're not much better. Must be said. Young man. Show us with that tone.
Svieta.
6.
Horacio.
3.
Carnelian.
7.
Wodun.
9.
Oh my god!
These birds got the job. Big bunch of
And
vulture
Otto and
fucks.
Dogcliff.
Wow.
I'm assuming they're out here too.
Sure.
They'll save us.
Do you want to roll for them? You've been rolling high tonight.
No, I just rolled an 8 on initiative. Alright, what's their bonus?
Yeah, compared to the rest of
Where's
us.
that thing?
Huge. I got it. It's fine. Roll.
Oh, there you go.
Holy my god. They can't do anything, but it's just.
Oh, man.
They can do one of those big puppy jumps. Just land on their
Oh,
shoulder.
2. 16.
Jeez. Alright.
Yeah, Otto just gets an upper arm and just tosses.
Yeah. We're going to take them all out before we even get to them.
Well, giant vultures are circling, I'm going to say...
Wait. Did Valine roll?
Yes, she
Okay,
did.
good.
She
Good
did.
to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. I'm going to say they are 30 feet in the air, circling above you, and descending. Otto and Dogcliff go first.
They could faint or distract.
I am not familiar with either of those.
So what that does is Otto and Dogcliff can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of them. They feint, distract the target, or in some other way team up to make the allies' attack more effective. Although no enemies within 5 feet of them at the current moment, so I don't know if that would work.
Maybe they can hold an action for
Yeah.
when they swoop us or something. I don't know.
Just
Swoop.
like a bite and a beak attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
bite beak.
We'll hold.
Okay.
Fisherman's basket.
Alright, it is this vulture that I've marked with red's turn, the one that's closest to Svieta, banks on its turn and starts diving into her. And so it gets to make 2 attacks, one with its beak and one with its talons. Beak attack first.
Baker.
Go ahead.
That will be a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Sucker.
What an idiot.
And talons,
You ever birded before?
that will be 15 to hit.
Miss.
Alright. It comes squawking in and is now only just above your head, Svieta, accosting you.
Rude.
It is Valine's turn.
Costing. So as long as imagine this giant vulture. You there!
Have you done your tax returns?
Are we killing these things?
Yes.
Yes.
Beak's being pecked to death.
Alright, fair enough. And so she looks at the one that's accosting Svieta and she is going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement. It's a 3rd level spell.
Classic.
I'm familiar.
Takes me back. It was a rocky period that I was going through.
Okay, so
We struggled.
10 years.
she's going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement, which means that she needs to use a spell attack roll. Oh, she didn't roll well.
Oh, she did.
But its AC is low enough that it does hit. So it's now going to do half damage with all of its attacks until the spell ends. It's up to a minute, but it can try and save at the end of each of its turns.
Good one, Valine.
Huh?
Is it good one, Valine?
I will pop a little enfeeble. Let's put a snail on there. And then she's just going to back off a few steps, keeping herself at range. It is now the blue vulture's turn, and he is just above Horacio, but it appears that they're going to try and move as a pack. He swoops on over and starts attacking Svieta twice, gaining advantage
Whoa.
for both times.
Pack tactics.
On a bird?
The vultures are learning.
Pick tactics.
Tactics.
That will be 21 to hit.
Check out the huge pecs on those things.
Rip.
The huge peck tactics.
That's
New Zealander
hits.
saying?
Pick tactics,
Peck
brew.
tactics. Alright. Hits?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to take some piercing damage.
Careful, bro. That vision's based on movement.
That is 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh, it doesn't pierce my Morning Lord, though.
Damn.
Holy fuck.
Talons. That'll be 19 to hit.
That hits.
Let's see if I can get your Morning Lord out of here.
No.
Leave me.
I'll deal with it later.
Ooh, maximum 14 points of slashing
Settle
damage.
down. Alright.
Huge.
No more Morning Lord.
No more Morning Lord for you. Alright, that'll be its turn. Wodun, the first of the players to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my. What should I do here?
So two of them are only about 5 feet above Sveta's head, so in the squares above. But the blue one has swooped down over the hole in the ice. Now you do have water walk, and I don't think that's a concentration spell, right? So you could walk out onto that water as well and attack it.
Yeah, that's true.
If you could ground it, you could make it just fall into the water.
So I'm going to use a spell slot. I don't know why I said it like that, but
Spell slot.
I'm going to cast
Use a spell.
Hex on, let's say this one, the second one to attack Sveta, and I'm going to run around the other side of the jetty, get within range of it, and go for a jab with my spear,
Go for it.
right in the soft, fleshy bird,
In the bird parts.
right in the bird bits,
Right in the pet.
His gizzard.
bird gizzard. Ooh, that is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Yes. So one-handed. Oh, guess what? I get to roll.
Oh, the
Oh,
the pickle! Oh man, the pickle has failed me.
Did it even come out of the tray?
Yeah.
Okay.
It fits quite well, my pickle.
Your pickle does fit pretty
Smug
well.
Pickle.
But it underperformed. 1 plus 5 piercing damage
And-
plus my... Oh, missed.
How did you miss the roller?
Plus 2. So what did I say? 7.
Plus your charisma?
Oh no, that would be.
Oh, so 9. 9 points of piercing.
Okay.
Nope, that's not right.
Okay.
7 points of piercing, 2 points of necrotic.
Okay. Well, fortunately, it doesn't seem to have resistance to necrotic, so all of it went through.
Cool. Yeah. And I think that's all I can do.
Oh, we didn't specify like when Otto and Dogcliff are going. Can we go now?
No conditions were given.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really tell me what you were doing with his turn.
Delaying it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can just go at the end.
Well, they'll be going at the start, so that'll be the same anyway.
They get enough turn that way. They can
Yeah.
complete their turn, then go again.
No, because then they'll move in the initiative order to the back.
What?
I will move Otto and Dogcliff to now, and you can have him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm moving them onto the water
Okay?
to help one of their masters. And Otto, no, Dogcliff will bite.
Okay.
But Andy, you should definitely roll it.
Alrighty. This guy. What's the... Yeah, plus 4, was it? Oh, shit. I shouldn't have rolled.
Why don't you use the tray?
I will now.
It's plus 5.
So 9 to hit.
9's a miss.
Come on!
That laugh said that they have 10 AC.
You roll the other one.
Just.
Roll
Alright.
the...
Doesn't he have
Cool.
pack tactics?
Oh my god, he does! Yeah, roll again!
He's a big dog.
Why am I
Why are
helping?
you so cocked?
Because you're a good
That's-
DM.
That's a 6.
Oh, maybe it's
11?
11?
11 hits though. I can't believe how poorly you rolled then.
You roll damage, please.
How can you not believe by this
I-
point?
He just rolled an 18 though.
No, I rolled a 10.
No, on the other one, your other attack. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It was a 10 plus 8 to hit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I roll a 10.
That's a 1. 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And make a strength saving throw.
He's going to fail that one.
Yes.
wonder
Yeah,
how
you're
you-
prone in the water.
How do you play this? Yeah, I'm curious.
Drowning.
Yeah, so he falls into the water as Dogcliff drags him down, and you just have this vulture splashing.
Okay.
Well, Otto will claw at his face.
Okay. He has advantage because,
Prone.
well, also struggling.
That's fine with me.
Vulture uses struggle.
Oh,
Ineffective.
he has also disadvantage on strength checks from Hex.
Okay,
Nice.
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 Well, I rolled a 19 for Otto.
That's a hit.
That's 10 slashing damage.
Yep. And so as the bird is flailing in the giant hole, Otto with his like claw, I assume that was.
Yeah, his big claw.
Slices down across his neck, and the bird goes suddenly still and then starts sinking into the water below.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's another kill for Otto and Dogcliff.
Hell yeah.
Actually, no, they did most of the damage. If not all the damage. They still have a bit of movement. They can actually move up. And because Otto has 2 attacks,
Yep,
he can
he does
move
now.
and use the rest of his to help out Svieta.
He's kind of a bit of a ball of rage.
Gee,
Okay.
unit.
He's very angry.
Heavy hitter.
But he doesn't get advantage on this one, so. That's 16
That's a hit.
and another 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
Big hits.
Carnelian, it's your turn.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
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 It's very nice.
How nice of you.
I haven't actually had to attack with Chucky yet, so I don't know what his stats look like. Well, I know what they kind of look like, I just don't have them on hand.
Martin? Weasel?
Oh, he's a weasel.
Big old Big Martin.
giant weasel?
Giant Martin. First time I've heard Martin described as giant.
Oh,
Pine Martin.
Or a weasel.
Pine Martin.
No, I've heard that one before.
There we go. Alright, so he's got +5 to hit, 1d4 +3 damage. Alright, so
Sick 'em, Chucky.
Carnelian will ride Chucky out, and he'll attack.
So what I will say is you can't stand there because it's quite sheer.
Can't be done.
So you'll need to come across the other side. Either on the water there to the south or behind it. So where Svieta is probably the
Yeah.
last space that you can sort of sit because that whole area, and you'll see when I give you a better shot of it, is quite sheer.
Whoa.
Oh,
I see.
I see. Yeah, that is
So-
very sheer.
Yeah,
Callan
so
has just revealed the archway.
part of the archway.
Part of the
so,
archway in a different image.
yeah, so this gives you an idea of how, like, it's just basically a column of rock, it looks like. So you were trying to move to the north of Svieta, but that would be
that's impossible.
kind of
Alright,
impossible. Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, so I'll go the other way around Svieta over top the ice and water because thanks, water walking.
yeah.
Big
Um,
hole in the ice.
And yeah, let's.
I would say you would have to climb back up out of the ice, but you've got plenty of movement. So he's got like 50 foot of movement. doesn't
40. Wait, what do you climb back up out of
he?
it?
It's a pretty deep hole, but
Very thick.
given that your movement speed, I'm happy for you to have gone there.
Cool.
That's a big one. Oh, 2 sevens.
I'm pretty sure a 14 is still. Is it 14 to hit? Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
That's a hit.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
And 16 from Chucky.
16 hits. Get him, Chuggy.
Get him, Chucky. And Chucky deals 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Get him.
Alrighty then. Anything else Carnelian wants to do?
Nope.
Svieta, it's your turn.
Svieta would like to pull out her mace and just hit it.
Okay.
Smack it.
Belt the dog.
Oh, cast Shillelagh on the mace.
Shillelagh.
Give him the
Okay.
schlack.
Shellac.
Shellac.
Slap the
You
bird.
shallapper with a shillelagh. Shallapper, shallapper.
Ooh, nat 20.
That's a crit.
Oh, yes.
That is a crit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Really
you
did
get the
smack
extra
the
big
bird.
dice because you're on over level 5.
Oh yeah.
So you get the 2d8, and then it's 48 on the crit.
Yeah.
And this thing is dead.
No, it's only 2d8.
Is you? Are you shillelagh?
With the crit?
Yeah, it's only... The shillelagh only gives him 1d8.
But doesn't it give increase because it's a cantrip? Doesn't it increase at level 5 or 6 or something like that?
Well, it hasn't on my sheet.
That's
Maybe not because it's like a weapon enhancement rather than a...
Maybe, yeah. That's. Oh no, sorry. The damage die at the start is
It just changes it from a d6
to a
d8.
D8. Yeah,
And it's
so that's the
magical.
damage die.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
being honest.
No, that's right. I was curious myself because I'm not very versed with that spell.
13 piercing.
And
Nice.
Oh,
How-
bludgeoning.
how does this vulture die?
She will bring the mace up behind her head and just like smack it down on the vulture's skull and like bash it into the ground like Looney Tunes.
And the rest of the body goes pinwheeling into the ice.
You hear that like... from like, you know, like the
Don't you mean?
Donkey Kong Country. You jump on the giant vulture.
I don't play it.
It's like a stock. I can't do those noises. You sound like I'm throwing up. You hit the vulture on the head and it goes.
But it probably did.
Alright, that is 2 vultures down. Anything else Sveta wants to do?
And that is all Sveta can do.
That's all Sveta can do. Okay, it is other giant vulture's turn. And it takes a look at its 2 dead comrades and just goes... and starts flying away.
Don't bitch out.
No, that's fair.
I'm fucking out of here!
Oh, goodbye.
What is that resin?
See ya.
It's just going to start flying as fast as its 60 fly speed, so 120 feet can go. And you see it sail off over into the bay, becoming a small speck, unless you guys want to chase it.
Nope. Nope.
Stupid
I
bird.
mean, that's okay. I'd want to run away from us too.
I'm going to end initiative.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Good
You
warm up.
deserve it.
Yeah, you guys did great.
Thanks for ringing the bell.
Anytime.
I wonder if you can eat vulture.
Go on.
It's all wet.
I can't get into the water with water walk on.
No,
No,
but
but there's another one.
yeah.
Oh, I thought that went through the ice.
No, this one here is lost to time. I'm going to say he's gone.
Guys, you might want to get off the water. That
Oh.
bell is bringing in the whale.
I'll have to come close.
Run over here.
If he's about to crest, you don't want to be there when he crests.
What is cresting?
When he breach, you don't want to be in the breach.
I'm going to run and hide, like, just behind the edge of the pier on the opposite side from where the water is.
I'll be right beside Wodun.
Can I just try something? Can I call out, "Oh, great Angajuk, we have left you an offering of bird. Please accept."
Okay.
Tastes like chicken.
So I'm just going to... There's a couple things I'm going to do there. Just going to put this here for now. So you let the last of the vultures flies away, and you sit there waiting to see if Angajuk appears. And a few minutes pass, you don't see anything. But from the south, just from the shore that you left, you can see, like you just sort of see in the distance, some 5 figures emerging on the shoreline.
Motherfucker.
What the hell?
Oh.
Oh,
What?
Are they space marines?
that's certainly some dudes.
It's the boys.
So these figures approach the shoreline, and at the head of them, one of them bends down and sort of slides down the shore. You can see him kick the ice to make sure it's solid, and then nods to the rest of them, and they start walking out over the ice towards where you are.
Yo, hey, what do you guys want?
Yo, hey.
Are they making any attempt to contact, or are they just walking at us?
They're just walking towards you.
Careful, Valine, you're sort of in no man's land there.
Valine sort of just steps back off to the side as they start walking.
Have they got weapons drawn?
They don't, but you can. What you see is that the guy in the front. They all have weapons. It looks like. You can see weapons hanging from their side, it would be a mace, and you can see on their backs are some heavy crossbows. What you can also see are a bunch of other equipment that they've got strapped to them. So on all of them, they've got ropes. It looks like some of them have some hooks. There's some nets that you can see. And also, two of them seem to be carrying these really big barrels. And they're starting to make their way over the ice towards you. And if you call out to them, the gentleman at the front, who is sort of an older grey-haired man, sort of puts his hand up as they approach to call for a stop to the rest of them. And he steps forward. G'day, mateys. Looks like you've rung the bell. Always good to see. Anyway, look, just me and me mates just here. We just got a little business with that hole there. If you just sort of step aside there.
What is your business with my hole?
Oh, mate.
The hole.
Wrong setting, mate. Wrong setting. No, look. We just got a bit of business with them. The legendary Angajuk. Don't know his name. Anyway, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna come on, boys. Go and start setting up. All right, mate.
Are you planning to capture the whale?
Oh yeah. Actually, no, yeah. Yeah, that's sort of what we're doing. Anyway, we're just there's some pretty valuable shit that he's got on him. So you just step back his tier, and you've rung the bell. He'll be here soon. I'm sure of it.
How thick is the ice based on that hole that we can see?
Pretty damn thick.
Like 5 feet, 10 feet.
I'm gonna say 5 feet.
Like triple C?
All right.
Looking at the
So,
diagram.
like these are whale hunters, right?
They look like they're decked out in cold weather gear. They all have equipment that could be considered fishing equipment, conceivably.
Is there anything in the barrels?
Well, you see two of them put the barrels down beside the hole in the water. It looks like they start trying to uncork the top of them. It's all right, mates. We'll get out of your hair. Just
right. So, I'm going to draw a little square shape around about like. No, not there. So we're going to cover 3 of them, and Carnelian would like to upcast a 4th level shatter spell right there.
Whoa.
But he'd also like to kind of
Shoots from
angle
the
it
hip.
down a bit to try and break the ice underneath them.
Okay.
Because, it's really good at breaking crystalline structures,
Sure is. Which ones are you targeting, sorry?
So the 3 that are closest to Carnelian.
Okay.
And then I have something to follow that up with.
Oh, wow. These guys don't mind us, mate. Yeah, no.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And the shatter cast, how much crystalline structure can that break?
It doesn't say how much crystalline structure. It just says it deals double damage to crystalline structures.
Okay.
And I am upcasting that to 4th level, so that will be 5d6. I think it starts at 3.
Furiously Googles how many hit points does ice have.
I think it just breaks inorganic stuff, like materials, right?
Inorganic materials still do
So
have
it's
hit
each
points.
creature. Must make a save. Non-magical objects that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay, so that's
Inorganic material has disadvantage on the saving throw,
Alright.
and it is 5d8 points of damage.
Okay. What were you going to do as well, Svieta, because you had something lined up?
So I got tidal wave.
You what now?
Hey, look, boys, I think he's coming.
So what are you doing with tidal wave?
So as soon as the shadow goes off, it can be like a chain reaction, and this enormous wave just comes crashing down on a diagonal. So it gets they seem to be all perfectly lined up diagonally from where Wodun is.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall. And each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. So I'm assuming...
Here's what I'm going to do. The ice underneath the 3 whale hunters, I will say, breaks and they fall into the water. At the same time, a giant tidal wave lifts up out of the hole that is newly created and was created before and starts washing over the 2 remaining ones and their barrels as well they were putting down.
Nice.
They have to make dexterity saves, yeah?
Yes, please.
And con saving throws against damage as well.
Look, let's take this one at a time,
We would
please.
like to also emphasise how wet the barrels are.
Let's do the dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
I've got a 6 and a 9.
So they need to beat a 15.
Right, they lost.
Cool. They're going to take 48 bludgeoning.
4d8.
4d8, okay.
4d8.
48.
No.
Oh, I was just being silly.
So sausage. That's 19,
Okay.
and they're knocked prone.
Okay. Let's, if you will allow me a little bit of creative DM license here.
Yeah.
They go flying back from the hole, and like one of them bumps into each of them bump into these sort of the part of the pillars and arches that are just to their south. And they take their damage, they fall prone, and the barrels that they have also fly out towards the 2 pillars, and they break on the pillars, leaving this sort of black, oily substance spreading out underneath them.
Ooh.
The others take damage, I suppose, so you angled it on them as well.
Yes.
Oh, it would have
Okay.
caught all of them.
Well, mine's only a 10 by 10.
As I said,
Okay, sorry.
creative licensing
Yes,
here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What do they have to beat as a Constitution save?
14.
It's hectic.
We're the wildlife warriors.
They're having a bad day.
1 pass, 1 fail, and then 1 fail. 2 fail, 1 pass. I'm going to say the leader passed, everyone else failed.
18. 24.
Okay.
That's nice.
So 24 total.
12 to the ones.
Was that last one 8? Or
Yeah, it
6?
was 8 and then 8.
Isn't that 26?
Oh, that is 26, sorry.
Good
Thank you.
nice.
Good catch.
You should be in IT.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
Attention to detail,
I'll hold
very
you to that.
important skill. Can you quote that on my resume?
Yeah. My mate said I actually helped him correct his total for his dice roll. It was a little off.
But we got there.
Can I have a job?
So what ends up happening is the whalers that get knocked out behind, they sort of slide into those pillars. Those barrels break due to the force of the water as well. And the 3 that fall through the ice take damage from the shatter, and they get sloshed around from the residual tidal wave as well. All 3 of them are now struggling suddenly in the water. And like you can see, they're trying to clamber up the sides. Oh, fuck! I'm in the water! Shit! It's cold! It's fucking cold! The others that fell to the side, unless you guys want to do anything, regain their feet and they run to the water's edge to try and help their friends out. Hey, fucking freak! Get me the fuck out of here! Ah, shit!
Are they all clumped together?
Yeah.
Can I cast it on the tidal wave? They're all together.
High five, Jen.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, you can.
The answer is yes, you can. Does anyone else want to? Because you guys had a turn.
Oh, sorry.
Does anyone else want to do this? Do something
Yeah,
instead?
no, join in on this, like...
I cast Fireball. No, I don't. Don't have that.
Melt it. I don't really have anything for this stuff, so... No, mine's more like healing and utility.
We're kind of just standing at the back like, what the fuck?
Quietly amazed.
Okay.
Didn't
Touch
realise
a whale.
my friends were so powerful. This is hilarious. Not for them.
Okay. So you want to cast Tidal Wave again?
Yeah.
Okay. Just cast it. This is, God, all of them.
This is
Here
my
we go.
favourite game. It's just throwing Callan curveballs.
Yeah.
This huge wave. Please make dex throws for all 5 of them. And fail it.
You know what? I am going to do something. Just bonus action, transfer my hex to the main guy that was talking.
Yeah.
All of them except the main guy fails.
And he has disadvantage on charisma checks.
Damage?
21.
Shit. They might all be dead.
Okay. The main guy takes half of that. So, here's what happens.
They're all knocked prone.
As they're trying to get out of the water, the water rises up again and throws them out of the hole, flung back towards the shore. 4 dead bodies go sprawling.
Don't touch our whale!
Just going to leave that there. There's a hole in the ice. The main guy stands up.
Oh, God.
That was fucking uncalled for! What the fuck? Murderers! Fuck! And he just sort of like starts like running towards the shore.
Hey, Pot, the kettle called. He says you're black.
It's a fucking whale! You don't have to fucking kill all me mates! Shit!
Pick a better vocation. Maybe one that doesn't involve whale murder.
And he runs away.
How far away is he?
Drop a Mr. Bean on him.
Dude, I could.
He's 50 feet away as he's got to the shore.
Zimma, the range on a tidal wave is 120 feet.
Wash him away
No.
again.
I won't do that. I'm good.
Anything else anyone wants to do?
No, I'm good.
Actually, fuck it. I'm going to throw my spear.
Your spear,
blow it?
that's a very long spear shot.
What's the range on the spear?
Oh, true. How far did you said he was 50 feet before, didn't you?
Give me 1 second.
From me, he's
From-
55
yeah.
feet.
From
I think
you.
I got 60 range.
Oh Jesus! I didn't realize you could do that.
What was that?
You
That's
can
right.
like
Oh, yeah, you can, like, mark it, like, into...
he's
yeah.
60 feet
60
away from
feet.
you.
Yeah, I got 60 feet on my second range increment.
Sick.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage. This will be interesting.
Oh, he's still got that hex on him, right?
Yeah, you still got hex.
Okay.
But that doesn't affect this. 1 missed and disadvantage. 17.
And he fails his save. So you hit him with a spear and takes damage from the bonfire. How much damage?
You go first, Wodun.
Okay. Thrown. How do I do this? It's just
It's
I guess
exactly the
one-handed.
same
Okay.
as the normal attack.
Alright. 9 plus 2 necrotic.
Okay. On the bonfire.
10. 10 fire?
So as he's yelling obscenities to you, trying to get away, he suddenly has a spear that appears and stabs him into the back. And then as he's there going with the spear jutting into the ice, he catches on fire and burns to nothing.
Oh, yeah.
The Icewind Dale desecrators strike again.
At it again.
Hell yeah.
Who got the last hit on that?
Both of you.
It was simultaneous.
Yeah.
Simultaneous.
Simulacrum.
How dare you?
As this guy is burning and impaled by a spear, I'm assuming like pegged to the ice. As he stops moving, his spirit rises from him, from his flaming body, and begins like sort of in a really creepy way, like walking towards our party.
What is
Is
this
it
again?
I'm a bit alarmed.
Is it incorporeal or is it a physical thing?
Yes, I do need to know.
I think it is visible, but I don't think it has a physical form.
You know what? Just to represent what this is, I'm going to put a cold light walker on the field.
Oh, God. Mother.
Oh, well, that was certainly that certainly changes the mood a little bit.
Wodun, what's happening? What is that?
I don't know what is that. What?
It isn't actually a cold light walker. I'm just using that to represent what the fuck you just did to this man.
What are you doing?
It is incorporeal.
It's like a spirit, yeah. I know what it is.
I know what it is as well, but still,
What the fuck?
Warden, what have you done?
Warden, what did you
That wasn't
do?
me.
None
You
of it.
guys just hit him with like 7 spells.
3?
Does they just come towards you?
Yep.
He starts just floating towards you.
Should we attack that thing? What is it?
I don't know what it is. It looks like a ghost.
Sveta's gonna go behind Wodun. It's like worried about it.
Oh, get my weapon out. I'm thinking about attacking it.
And then it stops in front of Wodun.
Alright.
Wodun,
Be very still. It seems to have stopped.
what is it?
Warden.
I don't fucking know what that is, but it's looking at me.
Do a religion or arcana check.
Warden, I think it's expecting something from you.
Religion?
Or arcana.
6.
Okay.
12.
22.
Okay,
Nice.
I think Carnelian knows what this is. So Andy, why don't you describe it to the table for Carnelian?
This is a spectre.
Why is a spectre?
Because that is something that now happens when I kill a humanoid.
Can you please elaborate?
Yeah.
So, if with my cursed pact weapon, if I slay a humanoid, its spirit rises to, I guess, just hang out with me for a solid amount of time.
How long?
Until my next long rest.
Can it do anything?
It can do a lot of things.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a spectre is in like the monster from the monster manual.
It's an actual spectre, like the spectre stat block, and they're pretty brutal.
Wow.
Shit.
You need to always get the last hit on everything.
On humanoids specifically.
On humanoids,
I think you can only have one at a time as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but when we know that it's up, we're like, let Wodun have this one.
So Carnelian can explain to you what the fuck you just did to this man.
That's Spectre. That's like the angry spirit of a person denied their eternal rest.
And why does it want something from me?
Maybe because you killed it with your
spear?
With your weapon.
But you there, Spectre. Cut a lap around the ice hole.
The Spectre looks at you furiously and then starts running around the ice hole.
That's so cool.
What? So, hang on, he's denied Callan for assault for a bit.
Yeah. Horacio looks at Svieta and nods. Hey, Wodun, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Callan's not sure how he feels about that either.
Wodun turns around, he's got this like big smile on his face. He's like, oh. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest.
How fascinating. It appears to be drawn to you from the curse you put onto it.
It's a little bit cool though, right?
It's very cool.
Thanks, Feline.
As all of you are standing there staring at this spectre, you hear a rumble roiling in the water behind you. Appearing from the hole is what looks like the tip of some sort of wooden structure that eventually changes, and you see the head of a giant sperm whale burst forth into the ice. It like breaches the ice, goes then settles back down, its giant eyes looking at you. From around its sides, you can see these dolphins that are jumping around to and from it. Oh. It looks like it has a couple little friends as well.
Oh, cute.
It looks at you, and this echoey voice emanates from it as it says, "Find out next week on Reflex Save."
Fuck, I can't vanish on the whale.
The way.
Oh, it's gone. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
I only got so much of that stuff. Don't want to run out of fibre.
Well, they got so much of that stuff.
Man, why don't you put it out there? Why got so much of it? Why are you wasting it all the time?
We got good Harvey Bay. We haven't got enough fibre.
We got put in the cities. You know what? Why are we putting out in Emerald? No one goes to Emerald.
Everyone's underwater half the time of the year.
Armadale? No.
We're going to give it another go. It's a bit more zing. A bit of zing. Zing. Yeah. Ready? Hello. With a hello. No.
Hello.
Wait till I get through the whole thing. Ready? Wait till hello with a billowing hilltop.
Hello.
Oh dear.
Waiting to get through the whole thing.
No. I mean,
I thought that was the whole thing.
The whole thing is hello with a billowing hilltop. Okay, that's the whole thing. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
I was right.
That pretty much sums up the show. But if you want to find out any more, you can visit us at www.billowinghilltop. Is it com? Does anybody know?
.org.
Is it? It's .com. What do we do? What do we play?
There's monsters.
Does anybody remember?
Walking around.
I don't know.
And, yeah.
And we will be delighted if you to join us around our table as we play Dungeons. Is it 5th edition? Hello?
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We
What
play
was that
Dungeons
noise
and Dragons.
In the background?
Sorry, that was me.
What was that noise in the background? There will be noises in the background as we play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition through the classic Paizo adventure path, The Age of Worms. You can expect this. No! Quite a bit of this.
I'm completely lost.
This. This.
Got a bugbear in my underpants.
And one of these.
Oh dear.
We're on Apple Podcasts and we're on Spotify and we're on TuneIn, and you can find us on Twitter and you can find us on Facebook. And we hope you join us. Thanks very much.